What up? What up? What up? Sweet. Um, direct. Uh, I'm outside with, as usual, Dr. Umar podcasting. You know, but at the same time, if two white women, that's a they do a pro wrestling pull up on me. I ain't Umar no more. You feel me? But a podcast, as much as I can on this episode. Probably be a lot. Probably be a full episode. I ain't gonna hold y'all. I got to add a little bit on this one because, as you see, I'm outside. Supposed to be at work right now. Yeah, you know, so go figure. I can eat my ham and cheese, even though I don't eat ham. That's around. I can eat whatever. I can. I can be doing whatever. Give y'all some content. As of now, just recording 329 people. One more from 330. Hey, I appreciate y'all. Let me take the time out to say thank you all for being here. Consistency pays off. And you know how people say this is just the beginning? No, legit, this is just the beginning. Uh, Once I do, like I've been saying, but slow motion better than no motion. Uh, that's all I could say. I can say 3 years now. So we did an episode last week where we legit said it's been 3 years that we've been recording. It's been 3 years plus recording in 3 years. It doesn't even feel like 3 years. I had my headphones on in case somebody needed to say something, even though I was going, no sell them. But my coworker got asked. I was gonna say something. Hey, you see this? Hey, don't. You know, what's it? What's the name? Not PR, whatever. Don't report me to them people. A&R. So you don't have that much connection. That's gonna be quick. So don't report me to them people. Just a compliment. I said it respectfully. You gotta ask. We hear it all the time. Ass is more important than water. Booty is more important than water these days. It used to be an anomaly to have ass, and now everybody got ass. As far as the women, I ain't talking about men. I don't play them games. Uh, that's you. If you choose to do that, that ain't for me, bro. That's for real haram. I don't play them games. But besides that, it's just again, thank you all for being here. I be feeling embarrassed sometimes when I do these because it's like, damn, I'm outside, but it's like, dude, it's 24 hours in a day. Besides working out, besides eating, I work. That's it. Work, work out, eat, pass out, watch a movie. That's it. Watch the sport. I'm like uncle. Starting to I don't know what it is, but last week I feel like my looks are changing. Starting to look like a sexy uncle now, so to speak. I don't know what happened. Or maybe 35 is approaching me pretty fast, but starting to look different, man. I don't know what it is. You know, as you get older, maybe it's true. Men are supposed to get more handsome. Not to put myself over. Hey, man, beard kind of connect, so I'm going up from there. Pause. But otherwise than that, the usual is going on, man. That's it. I just work, do this, record, and then find ways to improve. And that's just the key to my life. Keep on trying to improve despite of what's going on. And I say that often, but it is what it is when I do these solo episodes. Uh, so the MLB as of this recording is on wild card. Phillies beat the Marlins. They basically swept them. this uh, this upcoming playoffs is going to be different. It looks like the Astros could take it again, be in the World Series. I might end up going with the Dodgers. Also, the Oilers, Orioles, they look good. Oilers, I feel like that's what the Maryland people say. They look great as well. They might be the sleeper to win the Series. I don't have an analytical aspect as to why that is, but they look good on paper. That's the interesting thing about baseball for the most part. With baseball, it's kind of a toss up when it gets to a World Series compared to a basketball or football, where it's kind of like, especially football. With football, you kind of like, all right, it's gonna be the Chiefs again. If it's not the Chiefs, it's whoever, you know, something unfortunately happens to the Chiefs, then it's gonna be that team. But for the most part of the day, so the MLB playoffs, once I think everything now is basically in front of me, as far as the tree, the lineup is the best term I can use right now. Sometimes I forget words. It's the weirdest name, man. It's insatiable. It's impeccable. Whatever. I might talk about some Scott Steiner promos too, man. I've never had a chance to really talk about Scott Steiner promos. I feel like that's fuel for anything that I do. Scott Steiner might be my promo god when it comes to podcasting and everything. When I feel like talking shit, I think about what would Scott Steiner say. But besides that, yeah, it's one of those things where the emotions can never be. We'll see how it plays out. Probably next week because I was supposed to have a guest on too, but it just exhausted. To be blatantly honest, like I'm doing this episode as you see on my lunch break. Like, dude, the job is not for you to succeed. That might be the quote. A job is not for you to succeed, dog. Nobody has ever succeeded working a job. Now, do I want to quit and be broke again? Kind of, because I'm just barely surviving, despite the fact that we work. Like, I joked about it on Twitter, and if you follow me on Twitter, you saw exactly what happened last night, which is hilarious too. I'll talk about that on the basis of me not caring because I can laugh at myself. I always do. You see these little ass teeth, these little beat up ass teeth. Oh, they look good on camera, but the bottom, yeah, very insecure about myself. But I can laugh because life is funny that way. Life is one funny motherfucker. But I was supposed to have a guest on the show. I'll wait to do that. I like doing these solo episodes anyway, despite being under umbrella, a lunch umbrella, because Master gonna give me shade just to make sure I get back to work, but I'm still it's gonna be hot. Uh, so I took the time out to be under the shade, just to give y'all this, because I can sit in the sun as you see, just to give y'all my perspective and my views of this thing called life. So the guests will probably be on next week. The NBA season, I'll be talking about that next week, despite even without a guest, because I like to do these episodes by myself. But I'll talk about the NBA season next week because that's my favorite sport. Basketball is my favorite sport. I don't know if I can quote the other lyrics without getting sued because Curtis Blow be out here torn. They be joking about the old rappers, but I don't mind. What is that? Anyway, they joke about old rappers, but they stay on tour. So next week I'll be talking about the NBA season. Preseason starts this weekend, and then 2 weeks from now the season begins. So training camp has commenced. And we on our way, and despite the fact that it's October, it's still hot. Yeah, can't remember a time the world is ending, but I don't need to get into that conversation. Not 1,000 degrees. It's still pretty, hot out, not cool. But yet the NBA season starts. Usually when the NBA season starts, it's cool. We cool. Not anymore. Thank you, global warming. I won't talk about that though. NFL season, we're in week 5, I believe. So I don't really need to talk about that. I'll talk about that next time. Again, this one probably just off the cuff. I give y'all as much time as I can pause until it's time for me to then go back and you know Get back on that old trail. Get back right on that old trail. But and again, like I said, uh, I'm never embarrassed about things. So if you follow me on Twitter, I'll talk about that instead of sports. I'll give you some real life thought perspective of me. Last night, funny interaction I had on Twitter. If you follow me, if not, is that my Twitter? Hell's my Twitter. I think it's Banks No Rest too. I don't know what the hell my Twitter is. I think that is my Twitter. I got my old handle back, but still no followers. Uh, but if you seen the interaction I had last night, you should know that I'm not embarrassed. Like you got to make fun of yourself. You got to have fun in general, dude. Like again, if anybody knows me personally, my schedule is rigorous. My schedule is insane. Like podcasting is my relief, yo. Podcasting, what the fuck is that? The hell is that? Anyhow, podcasting is therapeutic for me. I ain't sitting out here some I'm sad or anything like that, but it's legit a gateway for me to get my thoughts off, get my jokes off, because it's like the tragedy. It's not Macbeth. One of those tragedies, whatever. I'm not like a poetic person. I'm not those artsy type people, even though I act. Got to get back into that. So it's one of those things where in tragedy there's laughter because you gotta laugh at both. And again, I'm not saying this as a person. I'm not depressed and none of that. But man, when you working all the time, you gotta laugh at something. If you trying to survive in this great old country of America, you gotta laugh at something, man. So I try to make light of everything, especially myself. I can be the guinea pig as it relates to any type of joke because I never take myself serious at all. Like I don't take anything except for my crafts in life serious. But even then, you got to laugh at it because it's all up to God. Like man plans, God laughs all the time. We've heard that before, but this year has been, you know, that in a nutshell. Pause. Because we all plan to do something, and then it fails, and then you like, why? Why did it happen? It's God's will, man. There's nothing you can do about it. Just go with it. So with me, I live in a mindset of just today, man. Let me just these moments. So with me, I don't care about joking or anything like that because at the end of the day, too, like stuff be funny to me, and at the end of the day, it's all digital. Even in in front of my face, pause. I'm from the bottom. I think people don't really recognize that, or people don't understand when I say that, and I don't really talk about it as much. I'm really from poverty, yo. Really from that. Really grew up in South Central. Really from that. Really grew up around gang members. Really grew up around all that. But I don't act in that way because it's part of my past. And besides that, it helped me get to where I'm at right now. Like a lot of people where I'm from couldn't even fathom doing most of the stuff I've done. Be it I haven't traveled overseas yet, and that's in a couple of months. But most people where I'm from don't even go down the street. And again, I'm supposed to be talking about joking matter, but here's life. It's the tragedy and then the triumph and then the joking in between because life is funny. So a lot of people don't even get a chance where I'm from to even laugh, man. It's real from the bottom. You know, for the dogs came out, for the truth it just came out right now as of me talking. So you don't really get a chance to see the other side when you come from, and I won't say my microphone. I'll just Florence Ave, near Vermont, in between Vermont and West. I'll just say that because, yeah, you never know. And again, if my people watching that I grew up with, that I talk to every now and then, man, they understand and they can attest to who I am. And I've always been this way. I've always been a joking motherfucker. Like I've always been the class clown, so to speak. Always been calm. So I've always been me. So when it comes to the internet stuff, it's funny. Like it's legit. I just do it. The best thing I get from anything that I do is I get a pop out of people, a reaction, and I never expect that. I think for the most part with me, I just say stuff or do stuff, and I don't expect anything. It's a clip by the great Mike Tyson, who is probably my favorite celebrity, so to speak. An inspiration of mine, just to see who he is now and the way he is philosophical about life and what he says. I remember he was on IG Live uh, with the man from Philly who was affiliated with Jazzy Jeff, Fresh Prince, and all these other legends. You know, Peace God, Islam, I forgot his name, but you know, Muslim brother. And Mike was on there talking about I don't expect anything. I just do stuff and I don't expect anything, which is my favorite probably quote besides you are a victim of your own ideas. That's one of my favorite top two quotes. You're a victim of your own ideals. And then, you know, I don't expect anything. And why it sounds so just bland is real. And we're in the life aspect of people expect everything. They expect to get this, get that. I don't expect nothing, man. I'm from the bottom. So when I do stuff, even in the comedic aspect, I don't expect people to react. When I say certain things, I don't people react. I'm just talking. But I guess it means more to people than others. And I'm always like, all right, what's next? Like as soon as I'm done with this, it's like, okay, cool. Clocking back into work. Like I just think of everything as work. Everything that I do. It's to get here. But the thing is, unlike a job, this eventually takes me there. Because you can't nobody remembers you if you worked at the job. Let's be 100. And that's not again, that's not to demean people because everybody isn't meant to go on the path of becoming what they want to become. Because trust me, this shit is extremely hard, man. If it was easy, everybody would do it. It just, you know, for the most part with me, I'm just a can't go back all star. Not trying to go back to that forest area and live. Like that's hustling backwards. We're here. We're hundreds of thousands. We're hundreds of miles away from home. 1,000 miles away from home. Why? So with me and joking, I do it just to get a pop out of people because I know, like, I won't put myself over about a lot of things, but I know I'm very good at comedy because the reaction I get from people and the things that I say. So I got people to laugh. Job well done. I don't expect people never laugh if that young lady who you know still gonna go to Dave and Buster's, trust me, baby. Uh, if she never said anything, I wouldn't. It's whatever. Because my thing is, I don't expect people to even see the stuff that I say, and I don't say. I feel like if it was demeaning, she wouldn't respond. And trust me, I'm a macaroni baby. I learned a long time ago. You get any reaction out of a woman, that means it's a reaction. I mean, you doing something right. Because you know how many things women get told a day, good, bad. Sometimes they react only to the bad, but then after that, it's curtains for you. So when you say anything that's good, even if they, you know, trying to bury you, you got a reaction. I mean, dudes get curved all the time. I get curved. I get curved a lot, but I get a reaction. Hey, doesn't matter if you win by an inch or a mile. Wins. Shouts out to the great Don Terrell. Because everything is a win, man. Everything is a win. This is a win. For me to watching is you. For me to be talking to you through a screen. And if you met me personally, you know I'm the same exact way. If you haven't met me in person yet, let me know. We'll meet. But for me to be able to talk to anybody through this screen, a win is a win, bro. So if you watching this too, I got a reaction out of you because you watching. It's a good thing. And again, I don't expect anything in life. I don't do things expecting anybody to say anything, uh, care about what I say, nothing. Just do it. And that's life. And I love it. So there's no other thought. I don't expect anything. I just do it just because. What else we got? I'll talk about jobs before I get up out of here. Just wanted to do something. I guess this is an episode, mini episode. It's an EP, right? Again, doing something is better than doing nothing. I drop on Fridays consistently. So and I'll be in the studio anytime, right in that studio very soon. From there it's on the up. But the fact that me and David still getting subscribers, it's crazy. That let me know everything I need to know. So motion better, no motion again. I just got Steiner promos, dude. So I'll probably have to do that next episode. These bugs are huge. Pause. I have to probably do that next episode. But Scott Steiner is if nobody knows, Scott Steiner is my biggest influence, like ever, far as me podcasting, shit talking, everything. Cause it's so hilarious, but he be so serious. I took that. I'll say my promo skills are a mix between like Scott Steiner and who's good with punchlines. I'm trying to think of a comedian that's like good with punchlines and they'll flip it. Probably Cat. Because if y'all know me, I speak in metaphors for a reason. That's just my mindset. That's how I grew up. But again, in an environment, you guys speak in metaphors, get your, you know, you feel me? So to do that. But with Scott Steiner promos, man, if y'all ever want to laugh, just go online about Scott Steiner promos. It's the video 6 years old now. Like people have, it's this one guy, Scott to say so he did in bitch from WCW talking to Goldberg, and it's hilarious. Calling Tyson Tomko white trash, Jackson Tyson Tomko, yes, Tyson Tomko is from Jackson, and just respecting people. Sure, bitch, like to say, that's my. Ask talk about DP. Like, bro, Canyon, you come out here with diamonds, girl. You think you doing something? Tell me you hasn't been with that bitch. Like, bro, fucking comedic genius, dog. Shit talking, bro. Detroit. So that's my biggest influence, though. I will say that. But with jobs, I'll talk about that as well. But going back, the Scott Steiner promo compilation, I do that. Either that or I might just wait till week after the season starts. I'll probably just, do an episode, the preview a couple of days early. So I'll probably do Scott Steiner stuff this week. And I'll be there bar as not at work to be able to really get him down. As far as jobs go. Because lunch break, I'm all over about it. Give me 30 minutes. 30 minutes. I just gotta go back to deliver. Gotta go back. Gotta give a smile. I know that was kind of coonish to do the Mr. Soul smile. But that's how they want to be. No matter what color, bro. Job. Yeah, the boss. I smell it. I done came back. I smell it. Second money. That's how people put so much effort, but it's reasonable, bro. Think about this. Whatever money and in whatever aspect you earn, you could be a millionaire. Listen to this. I don't know who's on here. You listening to this, you got $1 billion. One day I'll be with you, trust me. And still it wouldn't matter because we this same money don't have a dollar from the $1 billion because back to the same. Look at the banking system. And mortgage paying rent. People ever think about stuff like that? Like, all right, I pay my rent, I pay my mortgage. Property to the property that they own. We're paying that big going to the same. It's crazy. Nah. So I say that to say, man, if you work in a job like me, consistently working stuff out, use that money to fuel your dreams. That's all I'm doing. It's a one way to get from here to there. Cause, bro, I keep trying to tell y'all, I don't know what people mean. People don't understand when I say that. Dog, I'm anointed. I'm gonna talk my shit real quick. I'm anointed by the hand of God, dog. Again, if you know me personally or if you want to know my story, I'll tell it from the bottom. Single father household. I'm here. Ain't supposed to be. France is gone. Mentally, physically, gone. Spiritually, gone. I'm here. Surviving. Through the bullshit. Hard year. Pause. Still coming out. I still look pretty. Got prettier. We gonna make it, man. So I say all that to say, listen, before I check out and time for me to go back, man, we gonna eat. But again, you got some content for me. You this feel like more so a blog than a podcast, but it's something. Uh, I'll be back next week. Like I said, probably with a guest. If not, then I'm gonna do some Scott Steiner promos. Till then, the man called Banks on IG. I think the Twitter is Banks No Rest too. I don't know, but you can see laugh at my pain on there. You know, everybody laugh with me. But regardless, let's go back in. Later.